I mean, I'd love to go weapons Vanessa. I do like weapons Vanessa at the moment. I mean, the game does too. Honing Seal, weapon on the right gets plus 12 damage of the fight. Switchblade, when you use an adjacent weapon, it gains plus 6 damage of the fight. And Shark Claws, every time you use this, your weapons gain plus 6 damage for the fight. I prefer the version of a weapons build where you just run a hell of a lot of weapons. So instead of honing Steel, I'm definitely going to want Shark Claws or Switchblade. I want the adjacent weapons to just be fast and going off constantly next to Switchblade. That'd be ideal. Multi-strike weapons, middles weapons in particular. Very good next to Switchblade. Additional space on field. I'll take Switchblade. Unfortunately, middle is right there. I would have loved her shot, but Golden Experience wins the day. I can kill Viper. Do you take into consideration that medium items are worth more? Only if the tie really desperately needs to be broken, and also I intend, like, and also it seems likely that I'll sell no matter what I get. Like, if I'm Pig and I get a bunch of economic items, like, I'll probably choose ATM because it's additional money now, and also I can sell it for additional money because it's a medium item. That's what I was hoping for. Toxic Fang. Deal 4 damage and then poison equal to 10% of this item's damage. It does 0 damage right now, but after it swings once, then it'll be doing some. Oh, come on, Isla. Isla right now.
I would spar with you, but this leg. Oof.
Cannon, every 4 seconds, 25 damage, burn 3. And Grappling Hook, every 6 seconds, deal 12, slow 1. Both not at all relevant to me. Hand Axe, though, your weapons at plus 6 damage early on. Incredible. It's like all of your weapons started with some scaling. We're definitely taking Cutlass.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Right, like, we're definitely taking Cutlass. I don't think we can afford to field a Trebuchet this early. When you use another weapon or haste, charge this 2 seconds. It doesn't even do that much damage. Like, when I have a full board of other weapons, yes, absolutely, Trebuchet at that point is doing a reasonable amount of damage. Right now? What, so like every 5 seconds, it's getting roughly 3 charges for 6 seconds worth of its own charge. So it has like a 5-second cooldown to do 40 damage and burn 4 right now. Like if I had Switchblade off field, Trebuchet on, and then just my 2 fastest weapons next to it. I don't think it's right yet. It could be in the future, but even more important than that, while I'm getting to that future, is literally just fielding weapons.
Another empty chest.
Strength.
Waiting to be filled.
Wow, 3 things that are relevant to us. All right, I will be rolling here. Right. Rightmost item has 8% additional crit chance. I'll take that, and we'll give you 8% additional crit chance to the Cutlass. Wow, real whiff hours here, though. I don't think the 3 additional poison to Toxic Fang is appropriate.
There are greater
Had a Treb run the other day that got trickle-down economics and the weapon platform skill, distributed systems. So yeah, when your Trebuchet went off, it would have hasted 3 items. That's so sick. Immediately get 6 seconds worth of charge back.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
My people believe in peace. Boring!
Sure, yeah, you've got scaling, but I've got way more damage than you. Get him, Toxic Fang. It's literally just a 4-second weapon that's small size, right? Oh, for some reason, immediately I was like, oh, I get to loot one of the items from their board. No. But come on, give me the yo-yo, please. Just drop it. Again, medium items are some of the best ones for us right now. The upgrade to Cutlass, the Katana. But you can't turn down golden experience this early. Here's an example of me not turning down golden experience this early. Jungle Ruins, single experience versus JJ. Honestly, single experience again. But Grindstone's still good. So Giant Mosquito has Rush. Give a weapon haste for 3 seconds at the start of the fight. I love that. Literally just anything that causes a thing to happen at the start of the fight. Because, like, haste a weapon at the start of the fight, then you can tag onto that the first time you haste, freeze an item, and then you can tag onto that the first time you freeze an item, haste 2 items. Like, you can make a skill change that causes a bunch of things to happen at the very start of the game. Really, really important. 9% cooldown reduction, 6% cooldown reduction rather, less. Still good.
Sails down, anchors up. Just waiting for your command.
I can definitely beat up Rogue Scrapper, and I do want as much experience and gold as possible. Covetous Thief literally has Shadowed Cloak for me. Grindstone would go on board for a period of time, but it'd be removed pretty quickly afterwards as well. Junkyard Club here would obviously be an incredible hit. Just sell it and give 6 damage to all of my weapons on field. There's also Rust at the start of each fight. Slow an item 3 seconds. Would love to have that. Oh man, that crit.
Was that even a battle? Maybe a skirmish.
Giant hit on the Junkyard Club there. Ooh, 2 gold for each weapon you have, including stash. I'll love 10 gold. I will buy every available weapon for the rest of the time. Midsworth, give me some weapons.
All things in moderation.
Grenade's a weapon.
And that's how a master merchant makes a sale.
Powder Flask reloads the grenade. Shoeblade is not a weapon. I mean, it looks like a weapon, but it's not. I think it's a revolver.
You see that, Barker? That's how it's done.
I'll get better weapons if they're available. Ooh, you don't sell weapons. Well, you kind of sell weapons. I honestly... Oh, no, but Curio could... Curio has board-wide damage buffs.
I got everything you need. Just a matter of finding it. No. Deals 15 damage for each small item you have, including your stash. I admittedly haven't got my silver tier level up yet, so like bronze to silver tier on the junk one, it's not nothing. I'm saying it's not nothing. It's not this. I haven't seen anyone run that. What do you mean? You haven't fought Mr. Juggler in the late days? Trash Titan has it. We're gonna go for the ones that buff damage for all our stuff. Rune Axe, when you sell this, your weapons gain 1 damage. Old Sword, when you sell this, your leftmost weapon gains 4 damage. Curio sells Sunder, actually. Yeah, Sunder would be great. There are a couple of 4-second weapons in here that are pretty good. Interesting. I will buy both the Eagle Talisman and Rocket Boots. Clean up the bazaar.
Eagle Talisman is going to give you the additional crit chance to the Cutlass immediately. I'm also going to give the damage to the Cutlass. And I'll be holding onto the Rocket Boots so that I can give additional haste to something else in the future. Fastest weapons are astride the Switchblade. We've got the additional crit on Cutlass. And grenades being reloaded. Yep, everything's set up. I would be very, very shocked to lose this day.
But I've seen my share
I mean,
of storms.
Jabalian longbow.
Sure. Have you noticed I'm huge?
Okay. This is something, right? These pigs that are trying to put together the fixer-upper build, on the first 4 or 5 days, they are prey. They are just prey.
I could see you're going places, but I'm chasing
Delectable.
you.
What is a non-weapon I don't even understand what that could possibly mean. Gumball machine, I will still need some money, so I'm just gonna get a free item here. Just think I'll shop. Isla.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight.
Oh my god. Okay, Switchblade. Upgrading this so it's giving more damage to its adjacents. Yes, that
Enjoy
sounds
the
good to
thrill
me.
of battle. Well, you can't.
Katana. One of the fastest attacking weapons. Sounds good
Use
to
it
me.
well. Make me proud.
Javelin. Every 4 seconds, deal 120 damage when you haste reload this with 1 ammo. I'm about to get an NPC fight. It has 2 ammo by default. One, 2, 3. I'm not saying Toxic Fang is bad at all. Like, it's just, it's fine. It's absolutely fine at best. We could get 5 gold there. Jab better than grenade and axe. That's ultimately the question here. I like grenade as the thing. I really do. Grenade is a lot of damage, especially when you upgrade it. The reloads for this could easily just come out of fielding the rocket boots at some point. Especially because it's looking like it's actually possible for the Cutlass or Jav. I mean, in the direct comparison between the two, it's definitely Jav. But I think Cutlass is still worthwhile here. It's multi-striking, it's next to the Switchblade, it's scaling faster, it gets 9 additional damage every time it swings. And also when it crits, it deals double damage. I'm definitely gonna get Jav. That's settled. Javelin's going on my board.
Newful teaches stillness. I prefer action.
None of you have the ability to give me access to haste, unfortunately. But I'm also reloading the Javelin already with the Powder Flask, so no need to worry about that just yet. You could theoretically give me reload, but I'm not interested. Let's do a Scout Trooper. We jabbing. We jiving and jabbing. We'll javel win with javelin. They must have crit me a lot there. No, they don't have any crit. Why did I have so little health? Javelin's definitely doing the most damage. Katana next. Cutlass is really dragging its sorry behind around there.
Another empty chest, waiting to be filled.
This wants to get the crit chance, is the thing. But also, it takes ages to scale up to even having enough damage that it would be equivalent to a Javelin's crit. I mean, I definitely think it should be the scaling one. I legitimately believe this is a rocket boots upgrade. Every 4 seconds, it'll give out 2 seconds of haste to its adjacencies. And when I sell it, it'll give that haste to the item that I sell it for. It gives that to the Javelin, so the Javelin no longer needs to be reloaded. It gives it to the Katana, so the Katana can scale and deal damage significantly faster. And the Cutlass is also here. Bolus, just because we can. Small weapon, please. Bolus upgrade. Okay. Hey y'all, what have I missed tonight, Santhanator? First off, hey, welcome in. And second, the most consistent streak of 8 wins you'll ever see.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
On its 6th hit, the Cutlass has more bonus from the damage than Javelin. Do we get 6 hits into the fight? Assuming the same cooldown, Javelin's got a 4-second cooldown. Yeah, Cutlass doesn't get to its 4th swing in that fight, and that's against an enemy who was trying to heal and shield at the same time, as well as slow us down. So, I do think the positioning is probably correct for them at the moment. I feel that I can't get above a 7 to 8 range this patch for the life of me. Honestly, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really investing a lot of time in the moment into trying to rectify that.
Right. Back to business.
Flagship. If you have another tool, ammo, property, or friend, this has +1 multicast for each. I have a tool, I have an ammo. That ends the list. But it's pretty early, and we have a switchblade. I wonder if it's right to pivot into the flagship. I don't do a lot of flagship pivots. Telling me the Katana isn't a friend. What a scam. Exactly. I can see the smiley face. It is... That's one of the eyes. That's one of the eyes. And then this is the mouth. That makes it a friend. I think so. I think so. I think we legitimately run flagship right now. I mean, like, you know, this is not incredible for it. Crit chance with the board is good.
So normal.
Here's the real confusion in my heart. I think I'm supposed to reroll here. Because he can still sell large items Midsworth, and if he sells the... if he sells me the property, Crow's Nest, maybe even Cove, but probably Crow's Nest, ideally. Crow's Nest, Lifesteal, Crow's Nest. But then I lose my Switchblade as well, and I lose my ammo from the field. I'm gonna hold the powder dry. This is me basically betting that this will be good enough for right now, which I'm not confident about. Flagship. Tool, ammo, property, or friend. We have a tool, we have an ammo. We don't have property, we don't have a friend. We could find a friend in Andy. Single size friend, pretty easy. I'd be wondering if it'd be cool if Vanessa had a diamond skill that said your items were aquatic. Oh my god, shipwreck multicasting every item. I think it'd make a lot more fun edge cases if merchants could add tags to your items. Like, we immediately saw, like, a bunch of those edge cases getting exploited when Bob had the ability to gain additional item tags.
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is highly concentrated.
%30% crit chance for the entire board. That's good, but do I need it right now? I'm not even fielding it. I mean, if I did take Javelin off, I could still field Boldus.
I think that suits you beautifully.
Ah, place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Your rightmost weapon has plus 30 damage by base.
I'll send it
Sure.
for you, but I'll keep you as long as I can.
I'd have to kill Flame Juggler pretty quickly. I do kill pretty quickly, but quick enough to kill Flame Juggler when I have literally no shielding? Wasting items that run out of ammo. Yeah, but unfortunately, Katana and Flagship want to be on the opposite sides of Switchblade, so... Rocket Boots wants to haste Flagship and something else. It can either haste Bolus or nothing. I mean, there is the possibility getting... Give me the energy potion. Just give me the energy potion. We no longer jabbing. Yeah, exactly. We're jabbing. We haven't even got one. Really hoping for the Orbital Polisher, adjacent weapons and shield items gain +5. Who are we shipping the flag with? The wind. I hear the wind gives them flutters. The docks. I want to go to Sylvia and be disappointed. Because if she doesn't disappoint me, then she actually really appoints me instead, which is nicer. Dock lines. No way. Flag is too good for them. The wind really blows. Well done. I think it's so expensive for the reroll here. Realistically, Hand Axe could be a great replacement for Bolus, but we need the ammo for Flagship. I do like dock lines alongside a Flagship, and at some point we will have to sell the Rocket Boots. I'm just going to buy the dock lines. We're currently still trying to run a very aggressive build, but at some point we will need disruption when Flagship becomes the only weapon that we have on field.
My fight isn't with you.
How is Polisher so trash at gold? Bad and slow? Yeah, no kidding. Especially compared to, like, Power Sander. And Power Sander itself isn't even that good. At least they haven't got a reload for it yet, but still. That's how Energy Potion goes. Katana, Flagship, both did reasonable damage over the course of that fight. Got pretty close to killing him. Is it ever Flagship on the right side with Boots just buffing them? So that's to propagate the additional 8% crit chance to the Flagship? It could be.
Look into my eyes, little mouse. You beat me.
Let's have a look.
I've enjoyed it.
Fired 5 times, fired 6, did more damage. Yeah. Yep, especially considering I don't really care about the speed of the bolus because they still get to the end of their casts anyway. Silver tier weapon. Do I want to fish? Give me the Flagship right now. Give me a silver tier item. I was literally going to ask for the... Okay, whatever. Give me an ammo item that doesn't... Doesn't count. I just need another item for Flagship. Tool, ammo, property, or friend. So I want to put either a non-weapon ammo item on the field or a friend. And I'll happily roll here to try and get that. Captain's Wheel for giving haste? Honestly, that's probably the replacement for our rocket boots.
I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
So now the boots every 2 seconds give adjacent items 3 seconds worth of haste, which means that the Flagship is going to have perma-haste after 2 seconds into the fight. Switchblade is really important for its damage scaling, which, like, that's really sad. The fact that I have no damage scaling on the Flagship at the moment, like, I am threatened by that.
I can feel our energies resonating.
I mean, he looks friendly. I don't think Shadowed Cloak is appropriate at all. Hey, we got damage scaling again. Yeah, that's true. When this gains haste, it gains 2 poison for the fight. Woohoo! Hercuvian, the best thing you can do is give me flashy reload. I think. Yeah, I don't like most of the things that he can give us for this build. Shadowed Cloak, I won't have space to run the Shadowed Cloak. It would be like haste and would be haste and additional damage scaling for the Flagship. It's just I would not have a tool on board then, so what? Vanessa's Amulet needs to be replaced with a one-size tool, which I can do, and then I just lower my crit. Okay, it's actually, that's much more accessible than I thought it was. Unfortunately, it would be replacing the Captain's Wheel, but, like, fine. Gorgon Noble does have additional experience. Not only does she give 3 experience, she can also even give you a Vial of Blood for an additional experience on top of all of that. Rocket Boots for another 2 seconds worth of haste on the Captain's Wheel. Give out 5 seconds worth of haste every 2 seconds. Gunpowder would be relevant later. Shadowed... Oh, fine. Most of these are actually pretty good hits. That I can find a way to use. don't think that counts. A Curvian launcher. I mean, it's money. Nautica sells aquatic items. Aquatic tool items that have... aquatic items that have ammo. There's... Harpoon. I wouldn't really want to be able to field that at the moment, unfortunately. No, I'm going pearls.
Imagine the wonders
It was just a
waiting for us in the ground.
That's damage scaling.
That looks like the Cretaceous era.
I think that counts as damage scaling. Upgraded silver or lower tier item. That's gonna be the crow's nest.
Ooh, the keen of the blade.
The 70% crit
Quick to
chance
the
on the flagship now. Thank you, Pearl, for my golden flagship. It's very kind of you.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Thankfully, I will be able to lifesteal back. Sick. All of my health. Metal. Middle can't give me anything that I want right now. I'm gonna head to get an extra 150 HP. You want a diamond to my flagship,
Change
though?
your clothes, because you're gonna get dirty.
That would require a full pivot from us right now to try and run the shiny repeater. I can't do that. Literally, I have no other ammo items at the moment. If I still had some of them, maybe. What the hell? I don't have burn though. Shiny powder keg. The shiny powder keg deals double damage. It doesn't even have multicast. It deals double damage. Diamond shiny keg at size 2 boulder? Absolutely. Do I take it speculatively and then try and make it work?
Oh, a break? I don't take those myself.
It does nothing to my board right now. I have to go and find like heated shells or like probably heated shells actually is probably the only thing that I can take here. And then I find a bunch of ammo items so that I can try and activate it. It's the extreme late game. If I'm going to extreme late game, like, oh, I don't think it will be, but it would make for a cool thing. I'd have to get so much support for it right now. Think of the content. I am thinking of the content.
My friends tell me I work too hard.
It is only day 6.
Well, they would if I had any.
How much burn can I even collect? And Vanessa. Incendiary rounds could go on board, but that's diamond tier. Lighter. Pop snappers would be an ideal burn for us. It's so narrow outside of skills, y'all. Weatherglass pivot. We would have dock lines and catfish for weatherglass. I swear heated shells always shows up though. I'm not often getting it, but that just might be me. I don't, I mean, unless I already have a bunch of ammo items, I don't click C4 store. Rip the dream? Absolutely rip the dream. It's not bootstraps either. If we hadn't already upgraded flagship and crow's nest suddenly, it might have been. Wrench. At the start of each day, upgrade a tool of a lower tier. Turbo electric eels. No, I have no scaling. It would need a lot of additional scaling. It does have turbo, which is nice. It is a friend, which is nice. If I had one more space on field and I could take Vanessa, Catfish, and another space and then put the turbo wheels there, I would. It would have made a great video title only to die on day 7, exactly. We would lose lifesteal, we would. Snow Globe's a size 2 property. Gives us the ability to field another item. Yo-yo. Red button charges the flagship every 6 seconds. No, none of these are making us more powerful right now. I'm spending way too much money here. GPU. Oh, so I can haste my core. Regal Blade. Alright, I'm gonna spend all of my money here. Deadly double barrel. Oh, hell yeah, we can reduce the cooldown of the flagship. Look, I got real greedy. Whatever. I'm taking Spyglass and walking away.
People who left these things behind.
Most documented case of fuel rod being used. I'm afraid that's not going to happen today. Trash Golem does have a bunch of ammo items that are not necessarily weapons, including the Rainbow Potion. He's even got a powder keg. No, you've also got a lot of them that are weapons as well. Infernal has 1900 HP, but I think we can kill it. We're doing 800 damage every time the flagship goes off. And after the first 2 seconds in the fight, it's now got a 3-second cooldown. Give me the Infernal Greatsword and immediately, like, change my life. Weapon skills. If there were enough, like, there's just tempering. Tempering is the only, like, I could use lifting to try and get additional damage. Like, the only in-fight scaling, like, from Rukon at the moment, would be tempering. It's so narrow. I really need weapon skills to have more hits than that. Because it feels like even if I am heavily focused on weapons, I still would infinitely prefer the possibility of hitting gold skills that have only just unlocked.
I am just a man who has lived a long time.
When you create your shield items, gain 10 shield. I mean, that could be relevant if I shield the crow's nest or something. Toxic flame when you burn, poison when you poison burn. And final flame. We'll take the roll here. 40 additional damage by base. Bloodhound. This is weird. Is Bloodhound bugged? Does anyone know this off the top of their head? So, I've taken Bloodhound a lot of times recently. I get my enemy to below half health, and then my items don't charge. Is it? Has anyone else had a similar experience? I'll definitely take left-handed, though.
I have seen such talent once before, and it blew.
It just doesn't work?
into
Confirmed?
an
Damn.
era.
Damn. That's unfortunate. I don't have much money. I don't go to Aerodrome looking for broad rerolls here.
I mean, a customer.
Oh, look, it's a friend. Unfortunately, it's another weapon, so I can't field it. I'd be able to generate 2 up to a total of 7. Nope. Not worth looking at the reroll, though.
I should lower my prices.
It is really sad. That would be very useful. Captain's Wheel doesn't give us the ability to do anything here. Alright, Andy.
The smaller the portions, the finer the meal. You're a smart one for your size.
Basically the same store as before, but, thanks for playing.
We're out to dethrone a king.
Without left-handed and right-handed right now, this flagship
ahead.
is, like, falling off way
Underestimate.
too hard.
It makes this
With them
more fun.
both, it's playable. Ooh, big weapons. That's a pistol sword, a golden pistol sword this early.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Get him. So the build is a catfish that drives a ship? Oh, absolutely. Whilst wearing an amulet. Don't ignore that. It's also wearing an amulet at the same time. It was giving crit to the wrong item the entire time. I could get this to 98% crit chance rather than its current 90. That's definitely what I should have been doing. This looks like a fantastic 8-win run. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm trying to find how we can exit that, I'm not going to call it a spiral, but funnel. Small non-weapon item. Spices is an ammo item that's not a weapon. And it's some in-fight scaling. I would totally use spices here. I'd even have spices be my haste target instead of the catfish. The catfish doesn't need to scale its poison. It's literally just here because it has the word friend on it. You know what? If I had to hit anything else, it was going to be bonk. But if I couldn't hit bonk, then just additional damage for the flagship certainly good. Let's go to Midsworth.
Grand Society of Master Merchants welcomes you.
You'll buy it off of us.
Medium is the size of dignity.
Do I trust you to have pop snappers? And do I want 30% less crit chance to my items in order to get pop snappers? An additional multicast matters. Pop snappers is a small item.
You've just taken the first step toward good taste.
So is Silencer.
You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice.
So that's another 30 damage to it as well as a 25% cooldown reduction. Unfortunately, it doesn't get another multicast, but it takes 25% less time to cast itself. I think 68% crit chance with the additional damage and cooldown reduction is better.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
I'm so glad that I've got the captain's wheel to make this as fast as it is.
Not like other jobs.
Yeah, especially because it's time to face the fixer-upper. They do have some scaling for their shielding,
Time I'll show you.
but they're also dead, which is going to make it really difficult for them to utilize it. Oh, they have augmented defenses. Oh, they've got augmented defenses and Silk Scarf. Oh, what a fun day they're having. Or were having.
Cast a
instruments.
Figurehead gives weapons to the right of it 25 additional damage. Takes 2 slots on the board in order to give only 25 damage. I don't think that's worth it. Lighter and Astrolabe also no. I'll buy and hold wanted poster. When you win a fight against a player, gain 2 experience. If you had it on board, also get an additional experience. Also, it has crit if you put it on board, but I'm going to be putting it on board. I really don't have the ability to generate money right now if I need to. Alright, give me a small friend. Sure, illusory, why not? Please remove this. Please. Please remove this from the game. Please do the thing where you remove this from the game. This is a very sad position to have. Yeah, it's gonna be a random enchant. So what do I think is gonna hold the random enchant best? I mean, it's probably flagship to be real, because flagship could get icy. It could get turbo, but that's not gonna be relevant. It could get shielded, it could get restorative, in which case it even has lifesteal twice. Ooh, currently it has lifesteal once, and even if I enchanted it with lifesteal, it'd still have 1 lifesteal. Toxic or fiery for additional burn, or poison. Shiny, additional multicast. Radiant would actually be pretty good. I'd get down with Radiant. Deadly's useless, Obsidian's useless, Turbo's useless, and Heavy is a bit of a whiff. Compared to Crow's Nest, which is literally just when you crit, cause X effect. It getting deadly would be surprisingly good. Your weapons have double crit damage. I am going to crit on most hits. I'm currently not doing it, but we can get back to critting on most hits, especially after just like a single upgrade on the Crow's Nest at this point. So we'd be triggering those effects every time the other item attacks. It's toxic and fiery don't scale. They're literally just a flat poison, flat burn. Oh, that's rude. Crow's Nest says, when you crit with a weapon, freeze 1 small item for 2 seconds. This is icy enchant. It can't even target medium or large items. Silencer is similar. It's, yeah, when you use the weapon on the left, do X. The fact that restorative, shielded, toxic, and fiery are significantly better on the flagship than on anything else leads me to believe it's a flagship random enchant here.
What's your favorite color? Mine is sadness.
Fine. As long as a single item for 2 seconds. Sure. Dottore Vortex. Car Conductor. You do have Race Car. I mean, Car Conductor has a skill that I care a lot about, don't you? Is yours the 30% one? Actually, it's got 2 skills. Expert Pilot. Your weapons, your weapon vehicles gain 30% damage. So it's literally just 30% damage scaling on top of the heavy flagship. Great hit there. Dr. Vortex does admittedly have Neophiliac, which, like, hastes, poison, slow.
You know we're on an important mission,
They would
right?
charge an item 2
Overthrowing
seconds the
tyrants,
first time
liberation,
they
and
happen.
such?
That's pretty relevant. Cosmic Rock, obviously, cooldown reduction for the board. And also the ability to give crit whenever you... haste whenever you crit. We've got a different level of Captain's Wheel, so Car Conductor only has 5 items he can drop that aren't his skills. He's got 2 skills that are great and 5 items that are whatever. But also, Dr. Vortex has 5 items that are whatever and 1 skill that's insane. So a 2 in 7 or a 1 in 6, and the 1 in 6 comes with additional experience and gold. I have chosen. I mean, if we can get something that uses our slow to do something, then suddenly the black Neophiliac. Got it. First time you freeze, burn, slow, poison, or haste each fight, charge an item 2 seconds. So when the captain's wheel goes off, it hastes 2 items, then immediately charges an item as well. When the catfish goes off, it charges an item 2 seconds. When the heavy flagship goes off for the first time, it charges an item for 2 seconds. And we'll try and find a way to get freeze in here too. Yeah, it's and. Yes, it is and. So it's the first of each of them being triggered.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it. Neither wealthy nor wise, huh?
I literally do not care about catfish. Yes! Okay, so 10 additional damage is nice, but Neophiliac haste charging item for 4 seconds? 4 seconds. The number it says is 4. I'm so glad I went for Neophiliac. And also now, in retrospect, I'm actually happy that we got the slow.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Can't believe you said that about our friend. I would replace him in a heartbeat for a first aid and a sandwich. To be fair, the slow could be relevant. It's obviously not the best, but it could be worse. Agreed. It's just, I'll feel differently about it when we have it being anything other than what it currently is. This is an aquatic item. But this guy says slow skills. Slow and steady, increase our damage every time we slow an item would be sick. Freeze the first time you crit would also be really good. Another trigger of Neophiliac. And freeze when you crit is Zane specific. But also, like, aquatic item cooldown reduction is just insane as well. Inexorable, that would give us the ability to creep up heavy flagship's crit chance, even to the point that eventually maybe Crow's Nest isn't needed. I mean, we'd probably need something else as well alongside that.
Maybe they ate some bad gold meat.
I told you, I'm done with Pelago. The Bazaar's the only sea I sail.
It's 100% Oceanic Rush. Crashing Waves. The first 5 times you use an aquatic item each fight. Haste a weapon 1 second. Whatever. Oceanic Rush. At the start of each fight, haste an aquatic item for 2 seconds. It's going to haste one of these 3. Unfortunately, Catfish is aquatic. You know, whatever. It's going to haste one of those 3. And then it's also going to give 1 item 4 seconds worth of charge. If that's given to Heavy Flagship, it's almost about to cast. If it's given to the Captain's Wheel gives haste immediately to Flagship. If it's given to Catfish, then Catfish gets closer to poisoning, which is the next trigger of Neophiliac. We need to replace Catfish with a non-aquatic friend soon.
Anyone asks,
Start of combat. Start of combat. Does Vanessa have any small friend that isn't aquatic? I think Pet Rock is not aquatic. Unless they added it. Yeah, Pet Rock's not aquatic. Unfortunately, it's a weapon. So it's going to be other people giving it to us. Oh, we got the additional experience. Sick. This is really awkward, but I don't... I'm gonna get the shield. I don't want to spend all of my money at Gumballs. I need to save some money. I'm real poor. Elite Duelist is there, but Weapons Platform would also give Heavy Flagship the ability to haste Catfish a bunch of times. Oasis Guardian is actually really funny as well. I don't think we could put the Big Bonk Hammer on the same field as Heavy Flagship. This doesn't do enough slows for Big Bonk Hammer to really be appropriate. Oh, Pesky Pete. Let's see if we... Elite Duels gives you what? Spices, right? Spices would certainly be the best here, but he's got like 9 items on board, and then I think he's got 2 skills. I think he has a crit skill as well as Big Ego. Thing is, I'm not going to turn down experience at any point, so if I have to pay for the experience, then I'm just going to have to 9% cooldown reduction insect wing hollow. You know what, Pearl? You're going to give me something in... It's a property. Charge adjacent items 1 second. When you use another item, charge this 1 second. We lose our lifesteal and crit. I just want you to know, we would lose our lifesteal and crit. We also wouldn't be able to haste. She's really excited. Me too, but not in the same way. But you would have an infinite loop. I'm interested as to how this is an infinite loop. Charge adjacent items 1 second. When you use another item, charge this 1. So, heavy flagship charges 4 seconds. It charges, gives 1 second back charge to the heavy flagship. Isn't that an infinite though, technically? What am I missing? What am I missing, chat? I mean, look. Let's be clear. I'm gonna try and make that work.
Magnificent find.
Multicasts times 4 for 3 second charge. So this costs 4 times, giving 4 charge to the windmill, which then charges back 1 second of charge. It charges 1 second for each 4. Lifesteal did keep us alive. I don't think windmill's on board yet. If I'm honest with you, I think we keep windmill and we work on windmill in the background. If you get 2 golden feathers, the CD would be low enough for boat and windmill to constantly proc each other. Unless I'm not mathing right. I suspect you aren't. Because that's 12% cooldown reduction to both of these that you're saying. Will get them down to a point where windmill is giving enough charge back. And I just don't see it. So, like, if this was on field, realistically, charging adjacent items. Honestly, charging adjacent items might not be relevant. It literally just wants to see adjacent items used as quickly as possible. So catfish, it'd literally be windmill on the side by itself. And then the windmill is not capable of getting haste. If the windmill had haste, then the heavy flagship's not capable of getting haste. There's a different way to do this, and it'll appear to me later. It's not here yet. Insect wing cooldown reduction, though, that's relevant.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Ooh.
I may be young.
Already
now,
legend ranked.
But I've seen my share of storms.
Someone's been no-lifing. I don't say that pejoratively, by the way. I've also been no-lifing.
You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
They enchanted the fiery ramrod when you use an ammo item burn 1. That's how they triggered their powder keg. That was so cool. Oh, that was fun. That board's great. We somehow need 16 casts in a 4-second period to get an infinite somehow. It doesn't have to be infinite for it to be good. If this could give deadly to your leftmost item, not weapon, and gave it to the crow's nest, I would take it. I would actually take it in this instance. But it doesn't do that. Diamond tier runic double bow admittedly does double crit damage. I'm just gonna take the silver tier ritual dagger and run away. Alright, flagship. Flagship would get 25 more damage with its upgrade here. 25 more damage, especially considering it's mostly 50, not mostly. It's often 50 more damage because of the crits. Certainly makes some sense. Lumping another upgrade into the crow's nest doesn't feel good when I'm already starting to consider how I can get it off board. Silencers, another 5% cooldown reduction on the flagship. Not bad, but... Is it better than 25 additional damage? Well, it comes with another 10 additional damage, right? So, no, it comes with 20 additional damage at this point. Okay. Okay, that makes it a lot more impactful. We'll do that. I don't really want to go to Isla's store. Because if she does give me the flagship, I still do need to upgrade it. I guess I'd sell my...
Lately? Oh, I do miss it.
You know what? I'm taking the lot. Walking away. I don't want to get rid of my wanted poster. I think my wanted poster is really good. Frustrate Champione. Freeze all... I mean, freeze at the very start of the fight immediately.
Too hot here. Make
We immediately fired with the flagship at the start of this combat. That was great. Because it's got a 3.8 second cooldown at this point. When we haste at the very start of the combat, we have a chance to Neophiliac immediately fire the flagship. And then when it fires, it also slows an item, so it immediately charges another item. That's so cool. Frozen Bludgeon. When you freeze, your weapons gain 8 damage to the fight. Not really what we want to do, but thank you. Cooldown reduction in Curio.
You see landfill, I see buried treasure.
Oh, also slow scaling is worth it here.
Reuse everything.
Additional second of slow for the heavy flagship.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Little bit of additional crit chance, a little bit of additional damage.
Tragedy. Reuse everything.
More scaling for its slow as well. That worked out pretty well. I don't have the ability to just field an icicle, unfortunately. It'd be nice if I could.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
Okay, I am holding to money this time.
Little sentience love shops. So I opened one.
But you didn't buy an improvised bludgeon? Didn't you buy an improvised bludgeon? I did. Yeah, I bought it and sold it, giving the heavy flagship an additional second of slow. $13. I'd have to sell something additional. Could you potentially go Lighthouse? So, Lighthouse... Long and short of it, no. Lighthouse would replace Crow's Nest as a property. I would lose my lifesteal. I would gain the ability to burn the enemy. This burn number would have to be really high, and I would have to get additional benefits out of burning for me to really want to do that. Admittedly, it does give us the ability to trigger burn from Neophiliac, which is nice.
It will be there long after you are gone, and so will I.
I'm basically looking for,
Go ahead. Underestimate.
I'm basically looking for, if you have only one weapon, give it lifesteal.
You should know. I'm a bit of a legend.
Throw that on our... Throw that skill. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Way too much.
Next time,
Way
boys,
too much. Deadly
less
Silencer and
blunder,
Silencer.
more
This
blunder.
flagship had a 2.4 second cooldown. Anyway, they are dead. Let's see how that happened again. Yeah, so 100% that only happened because Neophiliac saw a haste at the very start of the fight, immediately decided to fire the flagship. The flagship then slowed, immediately deciding to fire another one of our items, possibly even the catfish at that point. Like, it's just Neophiliac causing everything to happen immediately at the start of the fight that causes us to win there. At this point, you're basically just looking for weaker opponents. I mean, I'm finding them. Diamond Neophiliac. So good. No way that skill survives the next wave. It is absurdly good. I wonder if it survives just because it doesn't happen often enough for people to be as mad at it. Because, like, monster skills are allowed to be pretty busted. Like, oh my god, getting thick hide when you have a slow build. Oh my god.
But I don't know about you.
The Bazaar is filled with weaklings. It is paradise.
When you create your weapons, gain 15 damage to the fight. I see cricket and lifting. It is in-fight damage scaling, but, like, realistically, I don't want to have to fire that many times. It's the scaling I was asking for. Why am I mad about this? Because it's not lifesteal? Because it's not the one skill.
The ancient wormcat technique destroyed many Sphinxians.
You could always roll this one. As it turns out, the answer was I could not. %6 cooldown reduction to a single item versus 2 experience. That's actually harder. Experience is the ability to get skills and Potentially lost day. I mean, it's potentially lost day. I mean, if it is the last day, then, you know, we get our level 15 level up today. It's not really going to change much having the blood vial. Actually, if we get 5 experience plus 1 plus 2. No, it still doesn't even get us there. I'm taking it.
The world whirls like the wind. To be a dervish is to be free. Join us.
Oh, the haste caused Captain's Wheel to immediately go up, so we started with haste on our items. That was it. Lamberge. Oh, gold tier loot item. It could even be gunpowder. Nice. Glad I'm going to bed. I don't need this ghost in my life. I'll be there waiting for you when you wake up. I mean, potentially last day, we take the relax, right? Or we take Jules Cafe for the additional damage on the heavy flagship. Try and cut through the enemy faster.
I was expecting you 0.5 seconds ago.
Raresh says, Fixer Upper doesn't care about your relaxation. It might not, but it might care about my speed. When you crit, haste an item for 3 seconds. Adjacent items have plus 50% crit chance. I think that's better than Captain's Wheel. Causes us to have 100% crit chance on the heavy flagship. It's still a tool for the sake of the flagship. Oh! See, with... it's 55? I don't think I can do it yet. I think... oh, I'm going to be so mad that Windmill is just like an amazing dream that we had once. Could give it a shot. We absolutely can't. It's not time to risk things. We get less powerful every day. We have no scaling on the flagship. We need to exit this run right now. I would love this to be relevant. I just don't think it's fast enough for us.
We're out to dethrone.
Yeah, plus 15% damage, but plus 15 damage.
Nobody.
Oh, we do have scaling. Yeah, I did take that. Forgot about that. Okay, how fast does your railgun activate? Pretty quickly, but not fast enough. Hell yeah. Get got railgun. The heaviest flagship that ever sailed the 7 seas. Got a log pose to take us to the next island. But realistically, this entire run is literally just about exploiting the ever-loving hell out of Neophiliac. Realistically.
I am the last daughter of House Corzina. My father lives through me.
So heavy and yet it didn't sink? No, it sank other runs though. I still believed in the shiny powder keg dream. A beautiful, beautiful dream. Put the windmill in the thumbnail just for the memes. I did zoom in on it enough times, I would be able to.